Now we're here, and what this says to do is look at fast sampling. I did. Mine is actually set to 3, which makes it quite fast. That came from the little 7-inch copter build right here. INS Fast Sample 3. This is the items I did take from his build. I took his parts list, and I took some of these. I took the 30, the 60. Of course, I decided to do the mode 3. That's what got me here. And I did take this and this, but I didn't pop that up to 800. Like I say, I'm going to blame him. Not really. Talks about INS gyro rate. The default in the software. Man, I got mad when I started reading this. I guess mad isn't the word for it. I got disappointed when I started with this. And this has been a historic problem with Ardu for ages. Their documentation isn't that great. Really needs a lot of work. Because you see here it says the INS gyro rate, mine is a 1, and the default is a 1. Over here it says that the gyro rate for the IMUs with fast sampling enabled. The gyro rate is the sample rate at which the IMU filters operate and need to be at least double the maximum filter frequency, whatever that is, I have no idea. If the sensor does not support the selected rate, the next highest supported rate will be used. So if my sensor doesn't support a default 1, which is 2 hertz, then it will jump up to, looks like 4. Yep, 0 is 1, 1 is 2 kilohertz, 2 is 4, 3 is 8. For IMUs which do not support fast sampling, the setting is ignored, so it won't matter at all. And the default gyro rate of 1 kilohertz is used. That's not the default anymore. That's this 0 rate, but okay. I just don't like when documentation comes up with that, because this talks about the default 0. Gives the same behavior as previous firmware versions. Does that mean the 1? A rate of something gives a back-end rate of 2 times? Or is that a times? N. So I've got mine set to 1. That's why I've got 2 hertz. Because this is so confusing, I don't really care. Looks to me like it's close to right. This raises the rate at which all gyro filters are run and can be computationally expensive. Values above 0 only recommended on F7, H7. I've got an H7. And values above 1 should only be used with careful timing. So I'm going to go up to the 1. I'm not going to worry about that one anymore. I'm going to leave it as it is. So it's time to do the flight. For this portion, I have gone in and set all of these as it dictates right here. And then it says perform a regular flight, not just a gentle hover of at least 1 minute. So I'm going to go out and do some things with it. I'm going to have to take it to a bigger area, and mostly I'm going to put it in altitude hold and see how far up it does drift, so I can work on that problem. Throttle hover I will work on later too. And after that 1 minute of at least 1 minute flight, download the data flash logs, and then we go in and start working with them. So I get to go fly again. Well, rats. A fairly strong wind has developed. More than I want to fly it in for auto-tuning for sure. And more than I really want to fly it in until I get it tuned. I don't want to break it. bummer. I guess I'll just read more the rest of the day. Maybe this afternoon the wind will calm. We'll see. Later in the afternoon I got my chance, so I took it. Took it out in the front field. It flies really, really well. I did a combination of stabilized mode and altitude hold. Altitude hold is going to be quite good enough for auto-tune. I'm checking my mid-throttle position there because I'm starting to rotate it here and I'm going to move it myself so it's not drifting anymore. It felt so good, I just checked the yaw. No, that's not an auto-tune. That's me jerking it around with the sticks to kind of get a feel for it. And as you can see, I tested my new motor cut as I have it. I armed it, let it fly, didn't crash, and then when it got over the landing pad, I pulled back on the spring and pop, it dropped right to the ground. Exactly like I want it now. We'll let you go for a little ride here. That's our house straight forward. To the left is my landlord's house. Not far away, are they? So I just went ahead and turned on this camera while it was flying so I could capture that. Just trying to keep my hand in with everything, so enjoy this. By the way, the platform's flying level. That front field is sloped like that. Boy, plop. So let's go see what we got. Auto-tune, here I come. So this is the page we're on again. We're down through here. We set all this up. We went and flew our flight. Now we're ready to check some of this stuff. Like on this graph is what we're going to be seeing. All right, all right. Sorry, I'm excited. Whoops. So, we'll jump into Mission Planner. We don't have to connect to the platform for this. We just have to use this software to, nope, not that. We're not reading. We're doing something different with the logs this time. Man, this has been a fight. I am so glad. I hope I can get an auto-tune by the end of today. Better settle down. What? Oh man, that ain't right. I've just got an accelerometer here. This is the noise, and this is the gyro noise. What the hell? So the only thing I can think, I have to go look at this INS log bad options to do the pre and the post. Pretty sure I turned that on. No, it's at default again. Oops. Set it to 4. Get the 4 out over there. Come in here. You can either click here to set it to 4, or you can come here and put 4 in a tab. Either way works. Man. So I think I'm just getting the pre-samples. I'm not getting the post after the filter's applied. Dang it. So I want this. Man. I'm going to have to go fly another flight.
Altitude hold.
See, I still have to look down to change modes on those switches, buttons. I'm going to revisit this after a very short time. The age-old problem in Ardocopter. Altitude hold going forward, you will go down frequently. There is an easy fix for it. I just backed it up to the same place and went again. Normally I would have handled that problem, but to tell you the truth, I was a little anxious about those props coming at me for the first time. Got over there and almost got in that tree. Man. And I missed again. All right, let's go see what we got now. Boy. Let's see here. Yeah. No, it's not data flash logs. I don't even have to go into this area. I've already downloaded them. Getting a little tired. I got to connect to the... No, I don't have to connect to the platform. I'm getting tired at this point. It's been 2 weeks of some tough stuff. All right. Yeah, there we go. So here is the first peak in the accelerometers, I think. 145 hertz. Here's the second harmonic at almost twice that, at 280, 290 hertz would be twice that. What would 3 times that be? 140, 220? No. Anyway, 300 and... God, I'm tired. 3, 4 something. Yeah, that's right in here. This is the third harmonic. And then the rest of them are they're not being attenuated. So now this is the attenuated. So the main peak, there's a 0. I think I'm supposed to be reading that this way, or am I supposed to be reading it this way? I'll have to read up. I'm just excited. I'm going to go autotuned. But this over here is a different scale, amplitude. Darn it. Why'd you do that, guys? 60. Oh, I see why you did it. Sort of. Because it's been attenuated so much. So right here's 40. 30. So that's right here. Whoa. So from 40 right here down. Oh, Lord. Is that what that means? I'm going to have to go read it again, but here's on the gyros. Your first harmonic again. Going to be the same place. Second, third. That doesn't look good right there where that red is separated from these other two. Okay, just doesn't look good to me at first. We'll have to see. But again, this amplitude is from 40 to minus 68 or so. When you point to those, do they read? No, these do, but those don't. So 40... Yeah, see, this one's knocked out. The first harmonic's knocked out. It's gone. Over to 200. The second harmonic is still present, but still attenuated drastically, and the same for the third. And I'm doing triple. That's why I'm getting triple filtering. If I cut that back to single, these 2 peaks right here would be as tall as these 2 peaks right here. If anybody disagrees with any of the logic I'm trying to figure out on my own, please speak up. So, as far as I'm concerned right now, I'm going to have to go back and read through this very carefully, and then I'll come back and report. But that seems to be what this is. And let's see, can I go into them? I have trouble with this thing. Let's see if I can scale these exactly the same. There's 0 at the top. If I put 0 at the top here. No, they're still not the same. Now, there's something about pulling them. Anyway. This is still the minus 30 here that's here. And this spike is down way. Down to minus 40. This spike has gone from up here down into here. Well, I think I learned notch filters. And I think I was successful. And I think if I'd have used ESC telemetry-based notch filters from the get-go, I would have spent less than a half a day on this, and I'd already be auto-tuned and flying. I'm going to read this further off the video. Well, I've sort of read down through this and looks to me like that's it. What I see is what I was looking for. Now this is in the vibration detection area, measuring vibration and stuff, so it's pertinent to a lot of areas. That's why at the bottom of this they repeat, which they also do in other areas, a little paragraph here where you're talking about setting up notch filters. And look at this. It's also possible to use motor hover learn equal to in copter and read off the value of motor thrust hover, or QM hover learn equal to in quad plane, read off the value of QM thrust hover. That gives you a hover motor frequency and thrust value, hover thrust. Note that learning of hover thrust only occurs while in an altitude controlled mode with no pitch or roll angle. Therefore, it should be done in calm wind condition with no stick inputs for at least 10 seconds. So that learning of hover, if you're putting control inputs into it, it quits learning. Well, I guess that means just on a throttle input, maybe it'll quit learning while I change it to mid-throttle, and it'll start learning again. Boy, that's one new parameter just bothering the holy heck out of me. So, post-configuration confirmation flight and post-flight analysis. Go in and set INS log bit mass. Still set to 1 to collect data. And log bit capture. Post-filter data. So both of them. Oh crap. Looks like I was supposed to have the notch filters turned off for this up here. Okay, so I'll just do it again. One more flight. And I just look at them in reverse. This seems to be attenuated. The next ones I get won't be as well attenuated as this one. Jiminy Cricket. I mean, it's 2 weeks of just hard stuff. Be sure to reset the INS log bat mass to 0 when finished to free up the rail. Okay, good. And then we come into advanced configuration and analysis. I'll probably do this eventually, but all the advanced stuff I tend to skip over at first. So we're here, and we came here from way back up here in, and then here, over to here. Manual tuning. Nope. We got to go back just a few. Oh, come on. Okay. So we did this today. Then we turned on notch filters. Went over to managing gyro noise. Got that set up. Notch filter set up. Although I needed to have disabled it. So we're back to this. I'm going to do one more flight for the notch filter tuning to prove that it's working. I think I see it working, and I need it turned off so I can prove it. And it's too dark to fly again today, so I'll do that tomorrow. And then I'll come in here after that's proved and go through this and do some manual tuning if it doesn't pass those final checks, and then we're auto-tuned. Yay, buddy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So in here, what I was going to turn this off until I realized from reading that I had done things backwards. And that's still at a 1, so we'll leave it like that. So disconnect. Exit that. Shut down my platform for the night. Go finish up my video. Ugh, look at all that junk. Man. Alright, boys and girls, I'll see you again tomorrow when we're going to do one last notch filter flight real quick. And basically, real soon after that, do an auto-tune tomorrow, weather permitting, which basically is wind in addition to rain. Thank you so much.